Look at all those people. They're loving walking. Oh, hi there, and welcome back to City Skylines. We're here on Tindylau Island, and well, we're going to be changing the name of that before the episode's over. But what we want to do in this episode is just continue on from the previous one and start working on increasing the size of the island. So if you recall from the last episode, we'd been working on all of this expansion up here. There's a bunch of residential area, we've got some commercial there, and we've got a whole bunch of industry over here. Now we're going to continue that, and we're going to actually start bringing the residential down this way. So let's grab some roads, and I think we're going to start off by making some roundabouts. So if we do that, 2-lane road roundabout, and we can go one there and one there. Perfect. And then we want some roads coming off here down the bottom. Perfect. And we'll leave that bit of space there. We'll put something in there. Water coming down, connect to that, and straight up there. Let's get some residential in before we do anything. Now, we're going to start seeing some issue with traffic coming up here, and let's see if we can stop that before it happens. So what's going to happen is these are all going to start wanting to cross over one side to the other and blocking each other because they're going to be going different directions. So let's go to Traffic Manager mod and let's start changing some of the lanes up here. So at the moment, you can see here that we've got 2 lanes. This lane goes left and forward. This one goes right and forward. We want this one to go left. So we'll take off forward, and we want this one just to go forward. If they want to turn right, they'll go to the roundabout and they'll continue up. Then we want to take it another step. We want to change the directions of these side roads. So this one, when it comes out, can only go left, so they're not going to cross paths. And this one, just left. I think you get the gist. Then we want to do some lane arrows. So let's click this junction for example. So this lane is coming in here. This lane we want to come straight into that lane, and we want that lane to go through there. So they're not crossing paths to each other. They're just going to go straight, and we're going to do that all the way along like that. So if you see, these inside lanes are all going to turn left. These outside lanes are going to go straight forward, and these other lanes are all going to continue on the first lane. They can change lanes at any point and start changing, but that's fine. That's going to keep the flow traffic running well. Now, we can also turn off parking because these guys, I mean, they're not really causing an issue with traffic, but I don't like the look of it. So let's do that. Let's turn off parking on all of these main avenue roads. We'll do that side in a bit. Perfect. And then the only other thing that we've got at the moment is that these guys, like you see, he's sitting there waiting for, I guess there's traffic lights. So let's just make sure there aren't traffic lights. Turn them off. Turn them off. Turn them off. And let's change the way that the traffic flows. If we come to this button here, which is Junction Restrictions, we can basically say, just go straight through. You've got a dedicated lane, it's all yours. Go crazy. We'll do the same with all of those. Okay, that is done all the way along, so they should run quite smooth. So these aren't going to stop when they come out. They're just going to keep going, and they've got their own dedicated lanes. They're not going to run into each other. That should all be perfect. We are off to a good start. Apart from the fact that there's no electricity over there, let's just fix that. So underground pipes, let's just pop one there, and one there. Connect that up. That should all go through. Perfect. Tiny town. Right, okay, we've got park areas, industry areas, landscape and event policies, park policies. Bunch of new services in place. We've got football, level 2 unique buildings, industry areas, parks and plazas. We also have all these new policies, which we'll look at in a moment, and all a bunch of these new roads, so they're going to be fun to use. We've got canals, which we'll probably use at some point. Lots of fences, they're going to be good. Will be fun use for them, and all bunch of new buildings. Lots and lots and lots of things. So that's done. So anyway, the electricity should flow and be there. So we're now got our maximum 27 out of 32. We're going to need to look at power soon and start adding some more, but that's fine. We've got this new landscaping and disasters menu. So in here we've got a whole bunch of different tabs. First of all, there's paths, which we need to look at because we've got an issue with the green residents. If you remember from the last episode, these people, 2 adults, and they've now got a child. I did warn them, they can't stay there. We need to fix that. So they are now getting, well, they're being made homeless. They have to find somewhere else to live. So let's just plonk that there, and we'll use a move it tool to do that. Get out of the way. Lovely jubbly. So we have a path there as intended, so that will help the flow of pedestrians and should in theory reduce the amount of cars on the road. So we're going to make sure there's paths all over the city as we go along. We've got a nice park fence, so if we use that, and we can build that all the way along the back, and that just basically gives a nice little finish to the back of the houses. So we'll still use this space, we'll use it for like services and stuff, but it actually just makes it look a lot nicer. If we use that, we can drag that all the way to the edge. Yeah, so that's gonna those houses will grow back, but that just gives it a nice little finish to it. And what's this car doing? What's wrong with you people? Why not just use the road? Ugh. Right, okay, who are you? Kathleen Alexander lives at the Pleasant Residence. What, you live all the way over here? Not anymore. Sorry, Kathleen. If I catch you doing stuff like that, I will dispose of you. Simple as that. We'll put a school just there. Speaking of schools, can we do a high school yet? We can. Okay, so the first high school, we've got eligibility of 276. Let's just go straight in. Does that cover the entire region? Yeah, that's fine. So now we have a high school. We'll get some parks and stuff over here because we now have parks and plazas. So that fits in actually pretty well there. That can go there. So we'll change. See the colour of these houses change. So the more red the poor demand, whereas when it goes like this nice blue colour, they're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. But we're going to need some commercial as well. So let's work on the commercial up here. Can you? Oh wait, thank you. Let's get a road. If we were to expand this road up here, and then we want some blue commercial stuff in here. So let's just fill that, and all of those, and then just a little bit there. Were you complaining about water? Nah, you're right. Okay, so that's good. They're going to grow, and that's going to keep people happy. We've got 1,200 extra coming in a single week, so that's good. 1,400 in total. Yeah, I'm liking that. That looks good, and the demand is kind of looking stable. Let's just give that a region. Let's call this one big happy region. Now we're going to need names for it, so feel free to drop in the comments any name suggestions you've got for any particular districts. Speaking of names, actually, there's lots of people commented on my last video with, well, first of all, it all seems like you're loving this series, so I'm really grateful for that because I'm loving it. I'm glad you are too. I'm going to enjoy playing it. But there's been some suggestions for names, so let's just have a look at that. Now, Lord Dwight, you suggested that we keep the word islands in it, which I think is a fantastic idea. So I think we'll do that, and I've been thinking about what we can actually call it. So a little bit of a weird one. I was thinking, you've heard of a place called Ohio. Well, now you've heard of... Oh, hi there. Oh, hi there, Islands. We have a name. Oh, hi there, Islands. Hopefully you like it. Let me know in the comments below, and also start giving me some ideas for... We need to rename Myrtle Square, and we need to rename Birdsong District. I did see, Emmerich, your comment about Sherwood. Now, brilliant idea. We will do a forestry industry at some point. I will say that name for them, but that will be coming. We'll be saving that one. So I did read it, acknowledged, it's going to be done. So anyway, policies. This is citywide policy, so I think we'll just keep citywide for the time being. If we click on power usage, this allows us to basically reduce the amount of power that each building needs, moderately reduce electricity consumption, but it does increase the upkeep of the building. That's alright, we're making money, we can do that. It's the same with the water and smoke detector. This is going to reduce the amount of fire stations and the risk of fire. So let's put that on, because why not? I'm not going to ban pets, that's just, I mean, I'm not sadist. Smoking ban, people can smoke if they want to. I mean, it's their choice, but we'll leave that up to them. Parks and recreation, make your parks and plazas the envy of the country. Moderately increase land value around parks and plazas, increase the parks and plazas budget by 20%. That's fine, I can handle that. So I think that's good for districts. We've got 5k and we're losing money again. So, yeah. I'm going to look at maybe attaching these together, actually. So if we go to paths, that's gravel path. I think that might be the same one. Yeah, okay, so that connects there, and that one can connect there, and we can connect this over here. That can go there. Just giving people access to the parks a bit easier, a bit more choice for them. And that, it just makes it a little bit more interesting. We've got some trees. Maybe we'll just go something with, like, tree with leaves. And we'll just dot a few of them about like that. What are you doing? Another one. Right, and we're out of money. We're actually losing money quite quickly. Yes. About that. We are losing more money than we're earning. Let's go back to policies a second. And let's turn that off, at least. 800. Okay, it's starting to go back the other way. We're getting more people coming in. Let's just see if we can get some of these buildings upgrading quick. We can always take a loan if we need to. Water. Well, I can't afford to put water in, so you're going to have to just, I don't know, nip to the shop or something, mate. Ain't my problem, really, is it? I think we made a little bit of a mistake there, but that's fine. That's the fun of this game. It's managing your income, it's managing the outgoings, the incomings, and making sure that you have a running city. I want to make it a nice city for the people. I want to give them as much stuff as possible, but we obviously got to afford it. So it's just getting that right balance, and I mean, it's not bad. We're losing 500. We're 1,000 down. We've got options for loans. We can do it. It's not a major problem. We just need to just get over the edge and then start earning some money back. Do you know what? Let's just de-zone these houses for a second, because then you've got nothing to complain about, have you? Now you're homeless. Deal with it. Look at all those people. They're loving walking. I love this. And I always try to find ways to stop people from driving. If we can get people walking, they like it. They will walk, they will cycle. Given the option, they will do it, and they don't mind covering massive distances. So we're going to try and do that a lot around the city. But yeah, we need some money first. But yeah, so they were all walking over here to the shopping district, which is actually coming together really nice. It's looking very busy, but there's nothing stopping us getting a path going like round there or something, just to give people more direct access. I'm gonna have to turn these off, and we're just gonna have to make do and just grow, and then we'll come back and we'll do all that sort of stuff later. Just adjust that ever so slightly, just to give it a bit more shape now. Okay, so we now have a path, and people are already using it, so that is good. It's a little bit on the steep side. We can fix that. This is my favourite part of this game. Just the general maintenance and just making things work. Nice, clean path. Okay, that's the first of many paths that we're going to be getting around the city. So the good thing about this as well. Obviously people are taking these paths around here, which means they're not walking on here, which means there's fewer people on these crossroads blocking the traffic, and it's more of a direct route, so they will take it. They will always take the most direct route they can, and like I say, they love to walk. Give them the choice, they will walk everywhere. So that can all be residential, and notice we are still leaving a gap around there. We're leaving that gap there. We're going to put some trees around there just to make it a bit nicer, but this is just trying to get this street looking nice, and there'll be a gap there, which we may even put a little park in there. And speaking of parks, we can do some more work over here now. Back and forth at the moment. Some more trees, which we were putting in before we run out of money. It's a nice little bush. Some little mini bushes. That's looking good. Now, I'm just thinking, now that we've done all this, this is becoming, there are individual parts, but it's becoming a park in itself. So we actually have the option to create a park area. Now I want a smaller one than that. Let's just change this area up, and we'll actually make it an official park, and we can actually start earning some money from people visiting this place, because that's what the game's about, isn't it? So yeah, 2 schools, and they're inside the park, because why not? City Park, we're going to need an entrance, so we don't want a massive main park gate, just a small one. We can pop one there. Okay, congratulations. Park has reached level 1. That was pretty quick. Connect some roads there. So I know these roads don't match, but we need... Boomtown. Fantastic. We can get another square. We can get transport, level 3 buildings, ferries, walking tours, bus, post services, tours, taxis, trams, bunch of ore industry now, which we probably won't be using. A bunch of new policies, which we'll look at when we have money. Roads and intersections, lots and lots and lots of things coming on here, and that won't be used. Buildings, we're gonna have cemeteries now, so we're gonna need to work on that. Taxi depots, loads of stuff. Amazing. Right, so yeah, obviously it forced us to use that path. I'm not a fan of that path. I quite like, I mean, it works sometimes, but I like this dirt path for this, so that's what we'll do. Can you get out of my face? And let's continue some paths around, because we don't want people coming in and getting free access to this park, so let's make sure they can't. Nice little park area, looking quite good. It's just a basic one, there's nothing fancy. It's, to be fair, it's just a way of using the schools and then putting it all together. But that looks pretty cool, and people should enjoy being in there. We've got, well, we're level 1. Again, I guess the park's going to need a name at some point. We'll get more. As soon as we hit 500 resistors, then this obviously going to be the next level up. We could adjust the price of this as well, so we can get some money coming in. Let's just throw it right up and just charge the world. Why not? And we can do individual policies, which we'll work on sort of later on. Trees in there, that will make everything quieter. If we actually look at this at the same time, we can see straight away that noise pollution is going down, so people are going to prefer it, and we'll do the same in there just to stop any noise generating from the roads, and do that, which makes all the houses happier. So it works well. I don't need it so much here, but this is a road, but it does reduce the amount of noise coming through there and across the other side. So it's all good, and it's amazing how much difference that can make. The average noise pollution is 14%. That's pretty good, and I love those trees. They do look awesome. They're so big as well. Just look at that. Doesn't that look cool? We can add more trees in anywhere. We can try different ones, but I just kind of like the idea that like there was a forest here, and sort of the city has sort of been built into it, and we've just got lines of trees just lining the road, and that is such an empty road as well. We've done a great job of that. That is amazing. That is a really cool view. That looks awesome. You wouldn't even know there was a city other side. It's just a nice big foresty road. And then the sirens going off. Okay, well that's that. So that's got some trees in there. We're going to need some industry in place. So let's have a look at expanding over here. Awesome, that's good. I accept that. And then we can just do the same again here. Just budget as close to it as possible, but not actually touch it. So we've got walking areas, and that's all fine. I know we don't actually need them, but I think sometimes these water towers actually look really cool, just dotted around in the industry areas. So if I just find a nice spot that's free. They don't like it, but I do. We can connect that over. And so we don't really need the water towers, but it does kind of fit the bill. It looks good, I think so. So that can be industry, that can be industry. Let's just do all of that, and we'll keep these areas free for the time being. But we've got some room to work with it, so we're going to get some more taxes coming in on that basis. And we could actually just push out the shops a little bit here, and just do same as we have on the other side, just to add a few more shops. And if we're doing that, I'm just going to add another water tower as well, because I like symmetry. We should probably put some trees on this side. I know we don't need it, but it does reduce the amount of noise coming from the industry, so there's no harm in it. Where's the noise pollution now? 15%. But that's, I mean, it's going to grow. The more industry area we have, the more noise it's going to make. But the important thing is we're keeping it quiet in the areas that matter. That's fine. That's fine. It's only because we've got a large portion of noisy areas compared to quiet areas. Once this grows, that number will go back the other way. That'll be fine. This is looking really cool. And we're going to need death care. So there's a cemetery. How big is that? Will that fit? Okay, that covers pretty much everywhere. That's it then. And we're complaining about electricity, are we? Oh, okay. Solar panels. Loads and loads of power, because that's kind of wasted space, and I don't know, I just kind of like the idea that people, they are using natural resources, and it's in keeping with nature and stuff like that. So one more thing I want to look at is in the transport section, and it's actually a post service. Now basically, post office offers mail-related services such as acceptance and delivery of letters and parcels. Each post office maintains a small fleet of post vans that collect and distribute mail locally. So this post office has 10 vans and post truck count 2. Cost 6,000 a place and upkeep of 80. Makes sense to do it. So let's see if we can squeeze one in. What's the radius on that? Fair size actually. It doesn't cover everything, does that? Okay, so if we place one here, that will cover everyone. And let's just have a quick look at that. Have we got post vans? There we go. He's a postman. He's on his way out. I mean, everyone seems very happy. Ridiculously happy. This is the greatest city on the earth. It really is. Yeah, so I want to take a look at the Crossroads as well. I just need to have a quick look and just see if we can disable a couple of them. So if we go to the traffic manager, we've got this one here, the Junction Restrictions. So again, if we click on that, there's an option to close the sidewalks. Now, I'm not going to do them all, but I think there's certain ones we can look at doing. For example, I don't think we need that crosswalk because they can go there. So there's no point doing that. And to a degree, they don't actually need that crosswalk. We'll allow them to cross here, and that's it, because they can easily go around there. And it's just, that's not a massive road, but it will make a slight difference. And we'll do that around here. And again, let's close this one off, because they can just walk around here. If they just stop being lazy for a minute. Taking a look at some of the busier ones, maybe we should look at, well, instead of actually going that, we could put some paths over the top. So we could actually get a path going page up like that, and then we can have it coming down like that. Okay, so that then makes a path there, so we could also then turn off that and that, so people aren't crossing over here. They can still cross these ways. I'm going to allow that for the time being because it still reduces it. And then we're going to look at some of these other ones. So again, we want to maybe, they will just turn them off anyway, because there's nowhere really for them to go. We're not going to place anything in, but we'll turn these two off. And then we'll put another path over the top. There we go. So we then have a path going across there. So we're just trying to find ways of allowing people to walk and stay off the road, and then keep the roads clear. So, like I say, people won't be crossing these roads. They will take the path. That's the plan. They're using that a lot at the moment, so that's good. And then they're using those ones, that's fine. But it just means that we can have flowing traffic constantly. That's going to work really well. It's the little things like that that takes it from a city that's got lots of people in to having a city that works really well with lots of people in. I know we've only got, what, 2,500 people at the moment. That's not a problem. But as we grow, these things are going to make a massive difference, because people will cycle over there, walk over there, and they're going to want to get to the shops, etc. So they can come off there, they can then cross the road, or they can go straight down to that path. This is good. We could probably look at connecting some other stuff up as well. So maybe we do, yeah, let's just do that real quick. Make a path that goes under there and connects straight to the industry. Yeah, so that then gives people an option to cross over, so they don't have to drive as much. So they got one path up there, one path up there, and that will make differences. That will start making differences. Anyone actually using it? Yes, we've already got people using it. Awesome. This is looking great. We've done a really good work so far in this city, and I can't wait to do more. I've got so many ideas. It's just finding the time to do it. But unfortunately, that is all the time we've got today. But I mean, just look at, this is one tile. We've used not even half of it yet, and we've got loads to do. So we can buy 2 more tiles already. I don't know which direction we'll go, but there's no rush. We might as well fill in these areas here, get more residential down there, follow it around this way, get some more industry around here. We'll use the trains and the railways so we can connect cargo trains, and again that can reduce some of the traffic that comes through to this main part. And then we could even put a residential sort of like person train down here somewhere, or around here. Who knows? Could actually be good off this roundabout. Actually, that would be a good idea. We'll need to work out the poop, but we ain't got a chance to do that. That'll all be residential. This could be residential. Don't know. It's a bit little pockets of commercial. We'll just keep going until we fill it in, and then I don't know what we'll do with the water. It will be there, but we'll try and make a feature of it. But unfortunately, that is all the time we've got for today. So if you did enjoy the episode, please give a big like, a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and obviously tell your friends about it too, because if you like it, there's a good chance they will too. But as always, I've been Ski Gamer. You've been awesome, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.